Si Brad Marietes may bagong style. Hindi lang basta-basta siya'y magaling mag-analyze. Lahat ng chismis bago siya mag-decide. Gagamit ng data para suna accurate ang vibe. Kahit saan magpunta, laging may hawak na papel. Notebook at laptop gagamit niya para maging rebel. Brad Marietes, hindi lang nakikinig. Nagre-research, nag-i-investigate. Brad Marietes, sa mundo ng chismis siya'y nag-elevate. Kapag may narinig na bagong balita, hindi agad naniniwala, siya'y nagsusuri muna. May hipothesis at eksperimento pa, ganyan si Brad Marietes. Laging may ebidensya, lahat ng detalye kanyang pinupino. Kahit ang mga bulong sinasaliksik ng gusto. Brad Marietes, hindi lang nakikinig. Nagre-research, nag-i-investigate. Brad Marietes, sa mundo ng chismis siya'y nag-elevate. Siya'y may notebook, punong-puno ng notes. Lahat ng detalye laging may quotes. Ang mag-disclaimer kanyang sandata. Sa chismis at katotohanan siya'y nakikipaglaban. Minsan may mga usap-usapan sa kanto. Si Brad Marietes, laging may ebidensya sa kanyang puso. Mga istorya'y kanyang tinatanggap, ngunit hindi basta-basta. Lahat ay pinapakinabang na lahat. Sa bawat bagong chika, may analysis pa. Nais nang malaman ano ba ang tunay na kwento talaga. Brad Marietes, hindi lang nakikinig. Nagre-research, nag-i-investigate. Brad Marietes, sa mundo ng chismis siya'y nag-elevate. May proseso at tanong sa bawat habang. Hindi siya nagmamadali, lahat ay pinag-aaral ng mabuti. Ngunit kahit dramatic siya'y masaya sa kanyang sariling paraan. Lahat ay kanyang nagdadama. Sa social media, siya'y trending din. Lahat ng chismis, siya'y laging pasok sa ring. Laging handang sumagot sa kahit anong tanong. Si Brad Marietes, tunay na alamat sa mundo ng usapang gulong. Hindi lang sa chismis, pati sa buhay siya'y laging handa. Pragmatic sa kanyang galaw. Brad Marietes, hindi lang nakikinig. Nagre-research, nag-i-investigate. Brad Marietes, sa mundo ng chismis siya'y nag-elevate. Si Brad Marietes, isang bagong level. Sa mundo ng chismis siya'y nag-rebel. Laging may tanong, laging may sagot. Sa scientific method siya'y laging may bot. Si Marietes dati, sismasalam. Walang pruweba, kwento lang ang naman. Mahilig sa balita, pero walang basihan. Laging may sabi-sabi, pero kulang sa katibayan. Ngayon si Brad Marietes ang ehemplo. Sa tamang proseso, siya'y laging panalo. Lahat ng impormasyon kanyang hinuhubog. Scientific method, siya'y di matipinat. Kaya sa bawat usapan, siya ang namumuna. Hindi na chismis lang, kundi may sustansya. Brad Marietes, hindi lang nakikinig. Nagre-research, nag-i-investigate. Brad Marietes, sa mundo ng chismis siya'y nag-elevate. Si Brad Marietes, tunay na reyna. Sa mundo ng balita siyang dakila. Hindi na ito basta-basta. Ito na ang Brad Marietes sa mundo ng chika.
Yo! Marami na namang iiyak nito. Marami na namang iiyak nito. Oh, unconstitutional daw, mali daw. Oh, pakinggan natin si ex-Supreme Court Justice Azcuna. Oh. Let's go. Teka. Ayusin natin yung ano.
Joining us now for perspective, former Justice Adolfo Azcuna. Justice, thank you so much for joining us, sir. Welcome to Market Edge.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
The voice is weird. Okay na yung tutu. Okay na yung tutu. Yan.
So initially, maybe get your reaction to what the constitutionalist Christian Munsod said. It is not the Senate's job to question the impeachment case. It is only the Supreme Court.
I respectfully disagree with my
Oh my goodness. I respectfully disagree. Bakit? Don't 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 disagree. Come on, magagalit naman sila Yusek niyan.
My colleague Christian Monsod, while Supreme Court has the final arbiter and interpreter of the Supreme Court, other bodies will have to interpret it also in the course of performing their duties.
Okay. Tama, tandaan nyo. Natandaan yung debate ni Atty. Libayan sa AOSC, di ba? Ang sinabi ng isa sa mga justices doon, wala akong ibang kayang puntahan kundi yung pronouncement ng Senate. Right? Yung pronouncement ng Senate, yun lang yung kaya kong puntahan, wala akong ibang pupuntahan. Which is, makes sense dito dahil they can actually interpret it too. Pero the final arbiter is the Supreme Court. Tama naman yun. Tama? Guess niyo yung point, right? They can interpret the Constitution. Diba? Sinabi ko nga sa inyo, the argument of Socrates, and then Polemarchus, sa ni Thrasymachus, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na they make a mistake by exercising their authority. You can question it after, but at the time of act, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin nagkamali sila. They're interpreting the Constitution the way they interpret it. Okay? Okay? Guess nyo ba yun? Yun yung point nung argument ni yung kay Thrasymachus side. Hindi sinasabing the lawmakers, parang the government can actually give laws na pwede sila mag-err, na the citizens actually have to follow it. Therefore, it's not only justice is not only the interest of the stronger, but also the interest of the weak. Pero ni-revive yung argument, sinabi na, teka. Yung sinasabi mo, they make a mistake, ay hindi ibig sabihin nun is they intentionally make that mistake and they are conscious of making that mistake. When we say they make a mistake, is after the fact, not during or nag-exercise ng authority nila. Gets? Sana gets. Ito rin sabihin niya dyan.
So they said it also in the course of performing their duties. So the Senate can interpret the Constitution if it is necessary to do so in order to perform its tasks under the Constitution. But the
See?
final arbiter is the Supreme Court.
Boss Kayo, I'm not sure what the big deal is sa pag-remand. They're just curing defects. Well, hindi nga siya binaview ng iba eh. Lalo nila Coco, ni Risa, tsaka ni Bato. Ironically, pati ni Bato. Hindi gano'n niya inintindi kasi.
Which brings us to the main question here. The Senate as an impeachment court remanding the articles of impeachment to the House. Is that constitutional or unconstitutional in your view?
Yan na. In your view, it is, di ba sabi ko, hindi makikialam ang Supreme Court dyan, kulala ko sa political side. Sa constitutionality lang siguro. Pero, sui generis nga di ba? Unique nga sila eh. So, hindi sila pwedeng pakialaman. Unless, pwede, di ba?
The way I put it is the way the Supreme Court usually puts it. It is not unconstitutional.
It is not unconstitutional. Why? Bakit niya pinut ng ganon? Naalala niyo yung debate namin ni Kainaro? Diba? Not because I'm saying na mali yung argumento mo, na guilty ako, it doesn't mean na inosente ako. Yun yung point niya. Paano?
My Supreme Court usually puts it, it is not unconstitutional.
Okay, kasi ang ibig sabihin sa umbrella ng it's not unconstitutional, it doesn't mean it is constitutional. Kasi yung point, right? Kasi yung point, di ba? Kaya niya sinabi ng ganun yon. Kaya niya sinabi ng, I like to put it the way Supreme Court puts it. It is not unconstitutional. Because, yung ibig sabihin ng it's not unconstitutional doesn't mean it is constitutional. Kumbaga, may gray area. Gets? It is not unconstitutional because hindi siya pumasok sa violation ng constitutional. But at the same time, it is not constitutional in the sense na hindi nakalagay doon. May gray area. Kaya ang sinabi niya, it is not unconstitutional. Ha? The beautiful use of logic. Very nice. Very nice. Hindi ibig sabihin ng constitutional Ang sinasabi lang niya, it's not unconstitutional. Hindi niya sinasabing constitutional.
To my mind, because it is not unconstitutional to my mind, because the referrer or remand back of the articles of impeachment is a mechanism unique but allowable.
Tama. Sinabi rin nila, di ba Cayetano? Hindi regular, but it's not a violation in a sense, di ba? So, unique siya, hindi sa regularly, pero you can do that. It is allowable. Tama, right? Tama siya. It is allowable. Hindi siya, kumbaga, ang argumento yata na it's not anomalous, right? Tama ba? Tama ba? Yung sabi ni Cayetano, di ba? It's not anomalous. Siguro hindi lang nangyayari, hindi regular, hindi usual, pero it's not anomalous. Yun din yung argument niya ngayon. Siguro kinonsulta na nila to si Azcuna.
For allowing the case to cross over from the 19th Congress to the 20th Congress.
Kaya pumasok si Tolentino after ng botohan. Sinabi niya, gusto ko lang sa record sabihin it won't cross over. Yun talaga yung alam ko. Hindi. Kaya nga, ito mismong argumentong to, nagpapatunay na hindi nga mag-crossover. Pero they want to cure that. Si Chis Escudero wanted to cure that. Or sila. Right? So, ngayon, ang problema dito is, bakit galit na galit sila kay Chis Escudero? Kung that move can cure the problem ng crossover sa 20th Congress. If that can cure it. Right? Huwag natin pag-usapan yung sa side naman ni VP Sara na magkasabi na parang dalawa na yung kasi nag-trial tapos blah blah blah, right? Okay, I thought more on negation ties negation positive like it's not unconstitutional. Hindi, ang double negation is a positive. It's a positive Kaya ayoko yung term na age of sexual consent, it's not in the law. Correct? Hindi marireset na mag-aantay sila ng 1 year. Same articles pa rin naman Yun yung point Hindi ko nga alam kung ba't galit na galit sila kay Cheese. Di ba? Katulad na sinabi ko, tama yung ginawa ni Cheese. To actually cure it. Kasi nga naniniwala siya magka-crossover Tama yung ginawa niya. Hindi ko lang alam kung bakit galit na galit sila kay Cheese. Sabi ko, tinutulungan niya pa nga Bakit hindi ko maintindihan? Kasi gusto niyang i-secure natatawid ng 28th Congress. Kasi ang sabi ni Cheese, 28th Congress tatawid, di ba? Kaya ngayon, sinabi niya rin, hindi naman natin pwedeng itali yung 28th Congress. Tama? So ngayon, this will cure it. Kasi binalik mo and then i-affirm nung 28th Congress pagpasok ngayon dito. Get it? Hindi ko alam ba't nagalit sila kay Cheese. Pero sa akin sa pananaw ko, tama naman yung ginawa niya Tama naman So actually cure yung point ng hindi mag-crossover. Pwede nga mag-crossover, pero tanong kung papayag 28th Congress, botohan ulit yan. Ganun talaga mangyayari. Kaya nga ganun din. Sinecure niya lang doon sa Congress side. Kasi, di ba sinabi ko na rin sa ganito. Natandaan nyo nung kinontent ko to. Ito sabi ko. Okay, yung ginawa ni Cheese is smart. Kaso the problem is sa Congress side. Yung kinontent ko si Atty. Neil. Si Atty. Neil yung kinontent ko nun So, sabi natin it can cross over. Right? The problem is, pwedeng i-bring up ng 20th Congress na sino yung signatory. 19th Congress yon. We don't even know then. Who? Who? Manuel? Who? Raul Manuel? Ha? They can bring that up. But ang cure doon is kung inaffirm na nila pagpunta sa 20th Congress yung ano ito, mga authorized na mga pangalan doon recognizable na ng 20th Congress. Di ba, natandaan niyo yung content ko yun? Yung kinontent ko si Atty. Neil. Sabi ko, hindi nga siya mag-crossover. Yes, magbobotohan nga eh. Doon pala, pag magbobotohan, tapos na usapan, right? So ngayon, hindi lang sa pagbobotohan. Ang problema doon is, kapag ka nag-crossover nga, those people in the 28th Congress can raise the question, sino yan mga yan? They won't honor that yung authority, yung pirma, right? Kung sino yung mga yon. Kasi nasa 28th Congress sila eh. Right? 19th Congress yon. Why? Why are you, di ba? Unless yung mga naandun nakapirma is actually nasa 28th Congress. Ngayon, they cannot bring that up now because it's there. So, tama yung ginawa ni Cheese na ibalik doon, ipa-affirm sa 28th Congress, then tatawid ng 28th Congress. Ang challenge lang dyan, ipaharangin ng 28th Congress kasi hindi nila pwede i-bind the 19th Congress and 28th. Nag-elect pa tayo ng bago kung bound naman pala nung luma. Exactly. I-bring up din nila yan eh. So, gusto lang i-secure ni Cheese. Ito nga, hindi ko maintindihan eh. At this point, the impeachment is dead. Kung meron mang gusto mag-revive dito, I think it's Cheese. Tama yung move ni Cheese Escudero. Hindi ko alam ba't galit na galit sila. Kasi at this point, it's functionally dead. The impeachment is dead. Gustong i-revive ngayon. CPR. Gustong i-CPR ngayon ni Cheese Escudero. By sending it back, reaffirming by the 28th Congress, and then tatawid ng 28th Congress dito sa Senate. Kayo, bago ako dito, love your insights. What's your take on Cielo Magno's statement? That, hindi ko alam. Hindi ko naman sinusundan si Cielo Magno eh.
What?
Insights now, what is your take on Cielo Magno's statement that the first 3 complaints did not trigger the 1-year ban? I tend to agree. Kasi ang nakalagay proceeding eh. I tend to agree. Nga, it did not trigger the 1-year ban. Siguro meron dun pwedeng mangyari ng abuse of discretion, something like that. Or along those lines. Pero I disagree na, kasi ang nakalagay doon proceeding eh. Di ba? Na more than one na proceeding. Hindi naman yata file ang languaging doon. Parang proceeding yata ang languaging doon eh. Ngayon, ang ina-argue nila is, yung pag-file is the start of proceeding eh. Yun yung ina-argue nila, right? I think may gray area din doon eh. Pero I tend to agree with that.
What is important is that the impeachment court has been convened, that it has acquired jurisdiction over the case, that its jurisdiction continues even with this remand. The case is still alive. It has not been dismissed. It has not been terminated.
Yes.
What is being done
Nasagot na yun ni Cayetano.
is
Ano sagot
ensuring
niya? Parehas ba may sagot?
that the passage
Hindi, parang ang position yata ni position yata ni Cayetano dyan, parang it did trigger. No. Parang ganoon kasi parang inargue niya yata yan dyan sa ito yung gabing yan.
of the case from the 19th to the 20th Congress is done. That's why the articles are referred back to the
Abuse of discretion sa part ng Secretary General kasi naman niya pinakiusapan yung mga ibang congressman na antay niya. Yeah.
19th Congress so that the 20th Congress can send it back to the Senate of the 20th Congress, thereby accomplishing a crossover of the
See? Yun ang gustong i-secure ni Cheese. Yun ang gustong i-secure ni Cheese. Yung pagka-crossover. Kasi at this point, tama si Tolentino eh. It cannot. Unless you do that stunt. Nagigets nyo? Kaya hindi ko alam ba't nagal sila kay Cheese. Kasi at this point, tama si Tolentino na hindi cannot cross over. Kasi iba na yung sa 19 nakalagay yung ano eh, yung fourth with, di ba? Ngayon, sa pinto ng 19 Congress nakalagay yung fourth with. So they have to actually act on it. Tapusin yon. Pero it cannot cross over. Even sa argument ni Win Gatchalian, di ba nahuli na natin siya, kaya niya gusto niya nga i-amend just Saturday, Sunday, tsaka holiday, di ba? Di ba? Nahuli rin natin siya doon, na-agree din siya kay Tolentino. Pero, etong move na to is to actually make sure na it will cross over. For some reason, nagagalit sila kay Cheese for doing it. Hindi ko alam guys, bakit? Tell me, do you see something I don't? Kasi this move, I actually nakita ko na yun yung gusto niyang i-secure, yung crossover. Kaya nga pagkatapos nung panumpaan is sinabi kagad ni Tolentino, it will not cross over. Yun kagad yung sinabi niya, right?
Case from the 19th to the 20th Congress, something that has not happened before, that this impeachment case is caught between two Congresses. Hindi
Yeah.
pa po nangyari yan noon. Kaya itong mechanism na ito, palagay ko this is the first time it's resorted to. That's why we're unused to its appearance. But on analysis, I think it's a very allowable way of ensuring this passage of the case from one Congress to another.
There it is. Yun yung sinasabi ko si Juan Samuel Balang, guys. We have the same brain, dude. We have the same brain. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of myself now. Kasi ngayon nga yung gustong gawin. So actually make sure. Kaya nga dinidelay ni Cheese yan eh. Kasi kung maaari nga lang, doon na simula sa July 1 eh. Diba? So si Justice Kyle, oh my goodness. I'm so proud of myself. That's the very argument na sinabi ko eh. Oh.
This passage of the case from one Congress to another.
Oh.
Are we
My goodness, I'm so proud of myself. Ang admin na to, puro case of first impression, which is good. Okay lang din naman yun.
expecting
It makes things exciting, dude. Come on. Don't be a KJ Pucci. Secure yung crossover impeachment, pero ang mga congressman sa 28 hindi pa secure kung itutuloy nila. Yun ang problema. Hindi ko alam, Jonathan, anong point mo dyan kung magkaboses sila? CJ kayo, ikaw na.
a different outcome from the House now that the Senate as an impeachment court returned
Yes.
it to the lower house? Are we? I mean, the House composition from 19th to 20th. It seems like it's going. The color is the same.
Yes, this return enables the House of Representatives of both the 19th and the 20th Congress to participate in the process of impeachment and the trial, so that both the 19th and
I agree.
20th Congress will participate in trying the same article.
I agree with that. That's what I've been saying. Na gusto nga niya mag-crossover, kaya nga dinidelayan nga, parang gusto nga niya next month na para pagpasok ng mga 28th Congress, di ba? So they can vote and wala tayong problema sa dates and kailangan natin ayusin yung mga schedule, blah, blah, blah.
Impeachment.
Justice, we heard from the House your thoughts on what they
Yes.
said.
Yes, I think it's very good that there is going to be some kind of continuing dialogue between the Senate and its impeachment court as well as the House of Representatives. But as I have said, it is very important that both the 19th Congress and the 20th Congress participate in this dialogue. And as
Yeah. They should. Because they have no choice. Wala nang doubts, questions na magagamit sa kanila pag sa 28th na ginawa. Ibang dynamic sa 28th Congress, the outcome can favor VP. Exactly.
As it has been pointed out, the 20th Congress has not yet come into being. And therefore, the referral of the case back to the lower house must include the concept of waiting for the 20th Congress.
Yeah, yun naman yung implicit doon sa sinabi ni Cayetano, di ba? Kaya tinanong ni Pao, di ba? Paano yun? Di ba nandun pa, binalik pa? Pwede naman. Kaso, ang continuation doon na sa doon na sa 28th Congress. Ay, hintayin mo natin. Halimbawa, kung bukas sumagot na sila, paano wala pa yung 28th? Paano sila sasagot? Wala pa yung 28th. Yung 28th Congress ang sasagot dyan. Oh.
Come in because it is the 20th Congress that must say that it is willing and able to prosecute the case before the Senate Impeachment Court. That's what the Senate Impeachment Court wants to know, whether or not the 20th Congress and its representatives will be willing to prosecute the case. That cannot yet be answered now. We have
See? Magkaka-paradigm shift on the next Congress, yun lang. Oh, diba? See? So, kapag tamo wala na to, guys. Ang huling pag-asa lang nila dito is mag-agree yung 28th Congress. Bakit? Alam mo bakit? Kasi habang tumatagal to, naging functional dismissed na yung impeachment. So 30, tapos hindi pala pumayag, no? Hindi pala pumayag. O di functional dismiss. How about yung comment ni Kong Luis Trocayo na i-defer daw nila yung articles of impeachment na ipasa ng Senado sa HOR? They can do that too. Habang tumatagal lang din naman,
to wait for the 20th Congress
For the
to
convening
come into being.
on July 28th. Same day as the State of the
Yes,
Nation address. So essentially,
28
Justice,
pala,
this
July
just
28
buys
pala.
people time. It buys everyone time.
It
It's
is.
just wait.
We have to wait because the 20th Congress is still not in existence, and the referral requires the House of Representatives of the 20th Congress
To
to
confirm.
say that it is willing to prosecute.
Are we expecting
Pwede rin gawin yung leverage ni Cheese yan na boto niyo ulit ako na SP. Hindi ko impeach si VP.
the incoming 20th Congress? I mean, we've seen the names, the winning names for the 20th Congress. Are we expecting them to not confirm, to say that they're not willing?
No, it's not. It's just a formality in a sense that we do not expect them to say we are not going.
Possible pang mapapalitan si Tambi. Dapat nga si lagay niyo na dyan si Tiangco. Luis Royce whistling in the dark.
Going to prosecute. Of course, they will say they will prosecute, but they have to be the one to say it, not the 19th Congress.
Is this a delaying tactic, but for what?
It has to be 20th Congress because the trial will be during the time of the 20th Congress.
Oo.
The House also raised 2 points of clarification. They're saying, one, sumunod kami fully and strictly sa requirements of the Constitution when we filed. So I think that first part is going to be very easy. The second order,
Yeah, nasabi lang nila yes.
they said it's impossible because, as you mentioned precisely, the
Yes.
20th Congress does not
Not the
exist yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she also mentioned they supposedly saw a letter from social media where the presiding officer said the presentation of the articles of impeachment is canceled.
Which was the last part.
They did see a letter from social media saying that the presentation of the articles of impeachment is canceled. That is expected because they actually returned the articles to the lower house, right, sir? So the presentation cannot be done
Presentation of
of the articles of impeachment.
to the Senate. They wanted to do that after
Sinabi ni Bato. Sinabi ni Bato. Ano na natin? Wala naman tayong jurisdiction nga, di ba?
its return.
After its return.
After its return.
Pero technically, hindi dapat. Kasi ganito mangyayari dapat. Same article pa rin naman eh. Same article pa rin naman yon. Hindi naman pwedeng baguhin yung article eh. Di ba? Di ba yung article na hindi naman pwedeng baguhin yun eh. Yun pa rin naman. So, pinapa-reaffirm lang para sa 28th Congress. Di ba? So, dapat ituloy pa rin. Para sa akin, dapat ituloy pa rin. Ayoko nung idea ni Bato eh. Okay, sindikato kasi, sindikato moves yung pangapare. Si Bato ni sindikato moves yun. ayoko nun. Hindi. Kahit tuwan-tuwa ako na inis sila si Risa, tsaka yung mga yung mga pro-impeachment. Kahit inis ako sa kanila, hindi rin naman. Unfair naman yon. Hindi. Patuloy. Oh.
Because they wanted a certification that the articles comply with the requirement that only one impeachment be initiated within a period of 1 year. Apparently, it's something that the Senate and its impeachment court is requiring as a formality. You know, when you file something, you tick off. Is
Biggest size yung kay Bato.
this the first complaint for the year? Yes or no? Something like that.
Justice, this is a numbers game. At the end of the day, the
Canceled na yung presentation. Dapat hindi.
impeachment proceeding is a numbers game. Will they have the numbers to impeach her? Won't they have the numbers? I wonder, sir, when you look at the senators who are sitting as the impeachment court, and then you've got some of them saying, as early as now, dismiss. Will that put into question the quality of the impeachment court? That some of them will be biased. They will have their biases when they
They
do
will always have their bias. They cannot escape it. I'm sorry.
finally decide.
Not necessarily, because those are different issues. Whether or not the matter should have been dismissed is a different issue later on from whether or not the respondent is guilty.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko, di ba? Yun nga yung sinasabi ko eh. Na, sino ba yun? Kay ano ba yun? Kay Coach Jared na tanga? Kay Coach Jared ba yun? Eh sabi ko, iba naman yung sinasabi. Ay, hindi. Kay ano yata? Kay Yusek yata yun. Sabi ko, iba naman yung Tama, si Coach Jared nga. Sabi ko, teka, yung pinag-uusapan lang nila kung i-dismiss wala pang evidence. Kailangan mo nilang makita yung evidence bago sila makapag-decide. So walang contradiction na gustong i-dismiss outright at pwede sila mag-base sa evidence. Kasi hindi pa nga nila nakikita yung evidence eh. O hindi tama lang. Magkaibang issue nga yun.
All right.
Oh, yes.
Because when you look at the response of people on social media, at least when you do social listening, it seems that some perceive some senators who are going to sit in the impeachment court as jury, right? As lawyering, as sort of lawyering for the vice president. They're saying it is not the impeachment court's job to question the case. It is their job to try it and to decide.
I disagree because
Disagree na naman. Disagree ka na naman. Azcuna naman. Yung mga prosecutors ngayon ay posibleng hindi na matutuloy.
I disagree because
Leave it to the defendant to question the case.
yeah, you can question. I Senate
Pero yun nga rin ba't mo paantayin yun, di ba? Iba naman yung i-bring up nila yun. At iba naman yung mismong sila is nag-ano sila na ano ba, may jurisdiction ba tayo ito? O ano ba, okay ba yung 28th Congress? Ibang usapan yun eh.
senator can question without necessarily being a lawyer for the respondent. The time for the lawyers to come in will come later on. But before that, the senators want to be sure that they're standing on solid legal ground also. So they can raise questions.
The same can be said to the senators who are the anti-Duterte.
Where does this leave the president? President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who from the
Huwag nga damay si President. O sige, yun lang guys. God bless sa inyo lahat. Natuwa lang ako dahil parehas kami ng argument. So, anyway. Bye-bye.
Si Brad Maliit, best may bagong style. Hindi lang basta-basta siya'y magaling magkalala.